It was a full diary again for the president-elect and his deputy-elect as they held a string of meetings with key players in the Kenyan economy. Speaking during a session with the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, the two leaders expressed their intention to incorporate the private sector in their development agenda in order to deliver on their campaign promises to Kenyans.
I want to make a recommendation that you suggest one individual from your organization who will be based in my office, who we can have daily contact with if necessary. So that if indeed there are issues, there is somebody who is sitting there who we can interact with.
On its part, KEPSA stated that it was willing to provide the expertise the Jubilee government would require to enhance development in the country.
There are two vital issues that we want to work together. This issue of how to ensure we buy and build Kenya is something I want us to work on. This issue of our procurement law that has become, it's denying us, instead of facilitating us to do business, it's preventing us from doing business. We need to be able to look at all these things and to ensure that we have a system that is transparent, because that is very important, but at the same time, that allows us to move a lot faster.
We will invest, God willing, as soon as possible, on production, especially of basic food items, so that we begin to bring down the cost of living and make salaries that are paid to Kenyans livable.
Kenyatta and Ruto later proceeded to meet all of Treasury's departmental heads who would play a key role in the implementation of the Jubilee manifesto. Kenyatta already presented the manifesto to the Minister of Finance for action.
Your Excellency.
Another meeting with the Secretary General of the Central Organization of Trade Unions, Francis Atoli, accompanied by other top officials of KOTU, followed. The officials assured the president-elect that the entire labor movement in the country was solidly behind the new government and looked forward to an amicable working relationship. Harmonious labor relations, they said, is critical to the growth of the economy. KOTU, however, wants the Jubilee government to address the challenges facing the Kenyan worker and specifically transform NHIF into an effective institution for providing health services.
Your Excellency.
Afterwards, Kenyatta and Ruto hosted the Russian envoy to Kenya, Alexander Makarenko, who delivered a goodwill message from Russia's President Vladimir Putin. He said, quote, "In Moscow, we greet with satisfaction the successful conduct of elections in Kenya. Note the democratic nature, welcome the election of Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta as new president of the country, and reaffirm willingness to strengthen further traditional relations of friendship and cooperation between Russia and the Republic of Kenya," end quote. Qatar's ambassador to Kenya, Ibrahim bin Mohammed, also delivered King Hamad bin Khalifa's message of goodwill, congratulating Kenyatta and his deputy for their victory and Kenyans for holding a peaceful election.
Your Excellency.
Sudan's ambassador to Kenya, Kamal Ismail Said, on his part, congratulated the duo on behalf of President Omar al-Bashir, who, like Kenyatta and Ruto, has also been indicted by the International Criminal Court. There was, however, mixed reaction from Botswana, with an earlier statement warning Kenyatta and Ruto not to set foot in Botswana if they stopped cooperating with the ICC. Botswana, however, retracted that statement, with the Foreign Affairs Minister Fandu Skelemani sending a statement to newsrooms stating that Botswana held the principle that one was innocent until proven guilty. Skelemani added that Kenyatta and his deputy-elect have not shown intention to defy the ICC. To the incoming government, Russia's endorsement means it has gained the support of 4 out of the 5 BRIC countries that form emerging economic powerhouses in the world. India and China have already shown support for the new government, while Brazil is yet to. Similarly, with the endorsement by Qatar, Saudi Arabia and Egypt, the incoming Jubilee government has gained support from major financial powerhouses of the Middle East bloc. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9.